No matter what it is in life that you want, you gotta go out there and get it. It's no nothing to a sleeper but a dream. Never give up on your goals, stay focused on you. Focus your view, succeed, cause I'm hoping you do. Keep climbing up the ladder, cause the key to success. Go hard and go home, never settle for less. Life is stress, but we gotta deal with it, homie. Send a prayer.
What's up, team? This is Robert Fiani Lager with the I Love San Bernardino County Radio Show on KCA NBC 106.5 FM, 1050 AM. Well, we will talk politics, culture, and history. What's up, dude?
Yo, blessed to be alive, Robert. How about yourself, sir?
I'm feeling good today. It was a beautiful day. It feels like it's getting cooler. You know, I like that. I'm ready for Halloween.
There you go. Awesome.
So we have an incredible show lined up for us today. Mr. Walls, how are you doing today?
I am doing well. I don't have as much energy as you guys do. But I tell you, at 7 a.m., 7 p.m., y'all still kicking it. So I am really glad to be here, and I think I'm going to just kind of perk it up a little bit.
Hey now, there you go.
Well, that's one thing that we like to do in the community is perk it up a little bit,
there you
right?
go.
And that's one thing that Lou Dowdy always does is perk up the community. Lou couldn't make it tonight, but she will be calling in a little bit. But before we get into that, I'd like to mention our sponsor, Golden Pizza and Wings. They got a $7.55 plus tax all day, every day special if you order for takeout. So, you know, go get some pizza on a Friday or a Thursday or a Wednesday, whatever you want. Get
or
your
any
kids
day.
a pizza. Yeah. Get a large pepperoni or cheese for $7.55 plus tax, man. But you have to take it out. So head on over there. They're located on Golden and Waterman, or they're located on
Waterman and Highland.
Golden and Highland and Waterman
Olive.
and Olive. All right, that's one of those brain farts, dude. No, can you say brain fart on the radio?
Don't worry, I caught the bleep.
Okay. Well, since we got you anyways, how do we get the app?
You go ahead and type in KCAA on your Google Play Store or your Apple App Store and download the radio KCAA, and you can listen to us anywhere.
All right.
Fumage.
Fumage.
All right. So, how was your weekend, Yivian?
You know, it was a blessed weekend. You know, any day above ground is always a blessing, and this gift of life is only a season. So to have another day to grow, to cultivate growth, and to reflect and work to be better is always a blessing. But to answer your question specifically, I had a wonderful opportunity to attend the Brother to Brother Fellowship that's orchestrated by Building Resilient Communities. This past Saturday, we were at the Civil Rights Institute in downtown Riverside.
Excellent.
From 9 to 12. And it's a wonderful fellowship for African-American men to come together to address the needs that we have and issues and cultivate brotherhood in our community. Often, there's many forces within our world and community and nation that often seek to lessen our value and make it seem as if we do not bring something to the table or that we have no purpose, value, or worth. So this is a space of support, of love, cultivation, and most importantly, encouragement. So shout out to Brother John Epps. Shout out
community?
And community.
Yeah.
Shout out to Miss Deborah Williams, the leadership of Building Resilient Companies, and shout out to Jonathan Buffong as well.
And the reason I said that is we were talking earlier on the air about the importance of community
Yes,
and
indeed.
working together, all of us.
True.
So to cultivate those situations where you can talk.
Oh, totally,
Yeah,
totally.
that's the perfect thing about
Amen.
community.
No, totally,
Yeah.
brother. And
Yeah,
it's for everybody. It's for
Yes.
all of us because community is only found within humanity.
Yes.
And it's found in other species and creatures and insects too.
Well, on this beautiful day, I went over there to the Hill Center, and I
Okay.
checked out their second kind of opening for their STEAM center, and they had the 3D printing, and they're showing what they're gonna do with their pickleball court and a couple of different things. They were gonna do a skate park, but they changed the plans. A few little things. You saw
Yeah.
the mayor was there, Mayor Tran was there, and Councilwoman Ortiz. So we had a good day, and I got some pictures with Pastor Reinhardt and
All right.
some great pictures of the Arrowhead. I got a lot of my book done today.
Awesome.
So I woke up early. I always see you up early, but as soon as I see you out, I'm like, all right, I got to start writing. So get that first sip of coffee, start writing, and I worked on the Sacred Bundle.
Beautiful.
Today.
I love hearing that.
So there's really, I'm on the second chapter. The first chapter feels together. I thought I was going to be in this 2 weeks. My mom was gone. Oh my. AI helps you with the formatting and stuff like that. But if you just input information, say write it out, it won't do it good, team. And they'll be able to see it, that it's not your writing. And like, so you got to use AI as a tool.
Yes.
Right? It's not a replacement for
Yes.
your work. And if you're writing your girlfriend or a condolence letter or a happy birthday thing with AI, just stop. Because I shouldn't even have to explain that.
No,
if you are doing that, please stop.
It lacks the human touch. It lacks the spirit. It lacks soul. And many of people that work in that industry can spot AI generated text and sentences and paragraphs and stuff pretty easily. So especially if you're trying to apply to a job, you want to make sure you're putting your human imprint, your identity in those works, because people are very aware.
And especially with art too.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't even really. It's the art that you see in AI, it is beautiful, but to me, I will not support it superseding that of the spirit of the soul of humanity of each person that utilizes their gift of creativity to express themselves through whatever medium they use. So
I look at it as a future genre. Right, just like music has.
no, it can have its own place.
Remember
Totally.
when they put like the synthesizer music and they sang it?
Yeah, like Zap and
Was that real? Did they really sing that?
or auto tunes
Yeah,
nowadays, right?
Whatever. Well, like, did they do that? Like, so, like, it's a sign of the times. I imagine there'll be this whole genre. There'll probably be like AI or Picasso bots running around, like, hey, you can check out my art, buy it for $50.
They already have people signing AI music like stars that that is a whole AI thing that makes its own music and hip hop or rock and roll or whatever it is. And people, industry people are actually contracting these people, right? Or these entities or whatever you want to recognize it as. But it's kind of sucks because they doing that because they don't have to pay it royalties.
Yep.
It's a profit motive.
So
all
that's
right.
how
Sounds
I
like when they
feel
sign deals in the
that's where
beginning,
we'll-
huh?
That's where
Yeah,
we come in. That's where the consumer comes in.
Definitely.
We got to be like, hey, all right, well, that's fine. But
Very
I'm
true.
paying money for it.
Hey now.
Yeah. So that's how we have to work that. But anyway, so
Lou's on the phone, so
oh, we got Lou on the line. What's up, Lou? How you doing?
Hey!
We
How
miss
y'all
you, Lou.
doing? Y'all hype tonight. I love the energy, like Rich was saying.
We're just trying to have a good day because it's been so beautiful, and I feel blessed, and I feel re-energized since my mama's been with my brother catching hammerhead sharks down in
Hey
San
now.
Felipe for a week.
Oh,
Awesome.
nice.
Yeah,
Go, Mama.
I've had a great break. I miss my mama, but being a caregiver can draw a lot out of you.
yes, indeed.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love what you do. I love people, who love their parents. You know what I'm saying? I show, you're a good soul, a good person, taking care of your parents.
So how have you been? You just came back from seeing your granddaughter, right?
Well, yeah, I did, but we came back from we just did a hip hop show and a comedy show in San Antonio.
Okay.
So we just came back from that. Yeah, it was awesome. We're going back again in December. So just trying to build a pipeline, from artists just from there to out here, just doing different things.
Okay. And you also are working with the Black Chamber of Commerce?
Yes. You guys got my president in the house. Hey, shout out to my president, Mr. Rich Wallace,
Hey, Lou.
who's an amazing individual who is a mentor of mine. Yes, I'm actually covering the Inland Cities East area, which covers San Bernardino, Colton, Redlands, Rialto, parts of Beaumont, and the mountains, and in Highlands. So, yes, I'm just under his leadership. I'm just learning as I go along.
How's Mr. Rome?
Oh, he's good. He's working on some stuff. Yeah, he's working. He got some. I can't spill the beans, but he's working on some new stuff.
Is it going to be funny?
He's funny.
You have to say it like that to him. Is it going to be funny?
Right. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be funny.
You'll get the joke,
No, definitely.
Yeah.
Right.
Definitely want to shout out Rome because I saw that he got some new toys off of Temu. He was saying, but looks like it's going to be some 360 studio photography going on or something to that
yeah.
extent.
Yeah, he's definitely getting into the motion picture part. We've been working on a couple of projects we've been talking about, which is something that you mentioned earlier, is that we got a show that Rome and I've been working on called Manuscript.
Awesome.
So it could utilize with the group that you met with and bringing men in front of the camera talking about issues that that are faced with the world. I mean, they got a lot of talk shows that talk about it, but most of them are women. The View and all of those shows.
Totally.
So no real testosterone in what's going on,
Male focus,
and from
yeah.
a male perspective on how we think and how we should be moving forward. So I want to offline be able to talk to you about
Totally.
that TV show that
For
Edge
sure.
TV is doing, and then of course with the Black Chamber of Commerce and our conference coming up in October, which is really going to be a business summit where we're going to be bringing in a lot of state and federal agencies. You're talking about contracts. This is an opportunity for a small business to actually meet the person that gives out the contracts or the person that is in charge of the supply and diversity for San Bernardino, Rialto, Fontana, all of these places that spend money, and all of the jobs that were cut during the Trump administration, all those jobs that are cut, those things still have to be done. So they're going to be farming that out.
Yes.
They don't want to pay that payroll taxes and all of the other stuff that comes along with having those employees. Yeah, it's a terrible thing. Those people lost their jobs, but they should look at being a small business. Most of them left with a pretty nice package. So
Some did.
some did. So I think it's time to start looking at being in a small business. And I think what's happening is that it's going to force definitely people like you and me, to be able to work together now.
And the Black Chamber of Commerce does more than just business, team.
Yeah.
They last Thanksgiving we were all out there feeding the homeless and hot meals and socks, right, Lou?
Yes.
Absolutely.
And we're gonna be
one
back
thing
out there
about
again.
the Black Chamber of Commerce. We're all about business and and helping the entrepreneurs.
And you have there's like a
resources. So
is
we're
there a-
definitely about the community.
is there a market? There's a market night you have.
Yeah.
Yes. So we started a Black business market night for the summer, which is that's over. So we'll be bringing it back again next summer. Just trying to provide a platform for individuals who have their own business but may not have a storefront, where they can just come to an area and set up and sell their wares and promote their their resources.
And for our listening audience, I want to be very specific. We're referencing the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce because there's a number of Black Chamber of Commerce throughout the IE, but I want people to know that we're specifically talking about the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce. With that being noted, Brother Wallace, how many chapters do you guys have?
We actually have 15 chapters from the desert to the sea. So we've got over 3,000 small businesses, members. I mean, from plumbers to preachers to almost anything, to truck drivers. So, and we blend these people together and show them how well they can work together and in unity in these types of things. That's what our summit is about, is showing us how we can actually benefit each other. You drive truck cross country, and with the tariffs and all the different rules that will be coming about, small businesses are going to have to think outside of the box. So here at the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce, from the desert to the sea, so we're out in Long Beach, Culver City, Beverly Hills, and we bring all of these people together and bring money into San Bernardino. One of the things of it is that recycling the black dollar is a great thing, but we need some more dollars in the circle.
Definitely.
So as we get more dollars in the circle, I just came back from a trip with the U.S. Black Chamber of Commerce, where they have a big Buy Black campaign coming. So they're going to be pushing small businesses across the United States to take a look at black businesses first. We're not saying don't go to Walmart, don't go to Kmart, but look at the small business first.
Definitely.
Small business always first,
Yeah,
right?
Everybody wants to save money when they're out shopping,
Yes,
so
indeed.
yeah, that's a reason we're looking for the deals. So I even say to the small business, make your prices reasonable so the people will come back.
Yeah.
Don't try to make all your money on one customer.
Word up. Tell the truth.
And Lou, before we let you go, I know you're super busy and everything. We love you, but what is Lou Dowdy Productions coming up with in the future?
Thank you for asking. And once again, I want to thank you for the platform, for allowing us to come on and be able to share. That's really big, and we're big on that, providing platforms for the talented. And we do a lot of different things with everything from entertainment, from comedy shows to hip hop shows to
Beauty
plays,
shows.
productions, everything. So right now we're currently working on San Bernardino is kind of, they shun a lot on, rap and hip hop. A lot of our artists that are talented that's out in that area have to go far or to other cities to be able to display their talent. And so Lou Productions, we are doing an event November the 14th out here in San Bernardino downtown, and we're featuring the artist Dirty Birdie, who is a phenomenal artist, producer, MC, and we are doing ciphers. So we're going to be showcasing a lot of talent for that particular event. Information can be found on our website at lueproductions.org or on our Facebook under Lou Productions. That's LUE Productions with an S. And then, of course, we're gearing back up to feed the homeless again. And we are also, we have our Western Nights. I want to say that.
Yeah, I was just about to help you out with that.
Oh, thank you. If y'all, you got to come through with that hat. Don't play with me.
But definitely, please tell us about the Western Night. I know it's happening over in Colton, I believe.
Yes. So this we're working with Gene Valdez with his area in Colton. It's an outdoor facility, which is really nice. If you haven't had an opportunity, people to go check it out. So it's going. I'm working with Off the Chain Alliance. This Portia Dillard is a fundraiser for my nonprofit and her nonprofit. And this is a Western night, so we're gonna, dress up. We're gonna have, best dress competition, bull riding competition, 2 DJs, under the stars. Have a good time, line dancing, of course, barbecue, of course.
Hey now.
Horseshoes, and so it's just gonna be from 5 to 11. 5 p.m. to 11. We're going to have vendors there as well, and live entertainment, live performances. Comedian Anthony Stone is going to be hosting it.
Right.
The Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce will be in the house as well. Definitely come by and say hi to us. So it's going to be fun. And then we got tickets on sale right now for $15. Holla. $15 tickets.
Awesome.
If you go online, it's $20, and if you pay at the door, the gate is $25.
Definitely. So take advantage of the pre-sale right now at $15 for the value that you're going to get at that event, and the great time and positive community building is totally worth it, that price. But one thing, Lou, I wanted you to speak on real quick. I know that Sunshine Party Rentals is going to be having their 5th year anniversary this Saturday. So if you could share a little about what's going on with that and what the community could expect to experience there.
Absolutely. Thank you. So for those of you who don't know, Sunshine Party Rental, which is owned and operated by April Watkins, which is a wonderful individual. She works with so many different organizations and nonprofits. She's celebrating her 5 years.
Congratulations.
So yeah. So she's giving back to the community, and that's going to be housed right down there at the headquarters of the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce in Youthfield, downtown San Bernardino, this Saturday, starting at 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., and it's a free community event. She's giving away food, and there's raffle prizes. There's going to be vendors there and just other, entertainment. They have the DJ Mystery. Everybody know if you're from the town. If you know, you know. It's going to be there on the 1s and 2s, but it's going to be a great community event. So if you're not doing nothing, bring your family and friends out, and then go register so you can get some of the food that they're giving away. You can find the registration on on the job form. It's on her Facebook page too, Definitely. Under Sunshine Party Rental, and also you can find the information on my page as well, Lou Productions. But yeah, go out and support my girl this Saturday, Miss April Watkins, Sunshine Party Rental.
And
thank you.
Lou, just before, no problem, sister. And God bless you as well. One more thing that I want you to speak on real quick, as we get ready to close out this segment, is could you speak about your health fair? Because I think it's so important to definitely cultivate that sense of each of us taking care of our temple. When I say temple, mind, body, spirit, and soul. And I know you recently had your health expo event. So could you speak about the importance of taking care of oneself and the importance of having those kind of spaces for the community to learn about health education?
Awesome. Thank you for that. Yes, we just had our health fair, the chamber, our chapter. We do different events. We are going to be doing an MLK event. I'll let my president talk about that a little bit later. The MLK that's coming up, but the health fair is, we wanted to create an atmosphere for individuals who are in the health industry or, fitness trainers, individuals who own like their own gym, who may working like the supplements, just all around health, who has information and resources. Let me tell you something. If you was not there, you guys really missed it, because the panel was phenomenal.
Yes,
I mean,
they
the information that these doctors and clinicians and these experts and these life coaches and these business owners gave to the community for free. I mean, it was free meat, free nuggets that they was giving, and I learned a lot. One of the things I want to say that I learned, because I'm battling every day, you guys. Food is my biggest thing. I love to eat. Y'all see me. If you know me on Facebook. I always putting up food, and then I want to say, "Oh my God, my stomach." So I'm battling. But one of the things that they said, they gave advice, is about when you go out to eat. Because I love going out to eat. When you go out to eat, don't eat the whole thing. It's all about portions. Eat some of it, and then and take the other half to go. I found that very helpful. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna start doing. I don't gotta eat it all.
I actually-
I'm gonna start doing that.
No, I hear you.
But it's really good.
I know, Roger.
You,
But
you are true to go home.
You buy twice.
You get a big old plate.
But I do have an acronym for that. I call it POET. Pay once, eat twice, or eat 3 times, depending on
right,
where you go
that's important to do, actually.
Yeah, get your money's worth. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and smaller portions are always better.
Right. And then, just information about different things that, African Americans, as we experience going through, like high blood pressure, diabetes,
Prostate cancer.
just talking about, how to control and, things, tips and tools on how to maintain. So it was great. I appreciate all the vendors that was out there. I appreciate the chamber for even hosting something like that. We will be back again next year. So you guys bring your family and friends. It's a free community event. Great information. Thank you for letting me share that.
No problem, sister.
On another note, with the health fair thing, is that I believe they're called Abdullahs.
The women that deliver the children at home.
Yeah, so there was a young lady there, and she was explaining that the county or the system now pays for that. So there's a wide opening for young people that are looking for careers or jobs in that field.
Definitely.
And it's based up on 6 months of training. And from what I understand, they're so backed up with trying to find people to do those jobs. So not only was the health fair there was an opportunity for people to get employment with other things. So because if you got some money, you can kind of get healthy. You can pay a doctor. You can get some health insurance and stuff. So I was so surprised that some of those things were going on there as well. So as the chamber does health fairs and MLK events and these type of events, there's always an opportunity for business people to step up and be able to get into the community, give back while they make money.
Hey, now, a win-win to me.
It's a win-win, yes.
Well, thank you very much, Lou, and tell your man we said what's up, and we'll be seeing you soon.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you, Ifyani. And tell Queen Amy I said hi.
Okay, definitely. Take care. God bless.
And I'd like to say that segment is brought to you by PAL Charter Academy, middle school, high school, and summer school. PAL provides the high-quality instruction every child deserves. Info at palcenter.org or call 909-887-7002. They're located at 2450 Blake Street in San Bernardino, or in Muscoy over there. And,
Disneyland.
Yeah. They got a good program over there, and some really great sports teams, things like that. So if your kids is interested in that kind of stuff, give them a call. That's for sure. And thank you for all their support. We really do appreciate them.
Definitely.
I'd also like to mention our I Love San Bernardino standout of the week is the famous Ifyani Locker today. He was complaining about not seeing the post today, but I was actually glad that he did. Okay. So I made him
So it was calculated.
Yeah,
it was calculated.
Not really, but it worked out.
You should have ran with it.
Yeah. I don't want to lie, but I made you I Love San Bernardino standout of the week for some things you said last week, and your journey to get healthy, you kind of put out there in the public, and I think that's important to do. And I wanted to show some appreciation for you doing it.
Well, thank you kindly, brother. I always appreciate your kind words and the recognition, and but more importantly, I appreciate the presence that you are in our community, the leadership that you have cultivated, and the example of leadership. Getting involved in many different sectors, you bring such a wonderful variety of guests on here. That speaks to your character and the values that you have. Especially, there's no one in our county or in the Inland Empire that can ever question if you love San Bernardino. You are San Bernardino.
Yeah.
You are the heartbeat.
Well, I can't say anything to that, so thank you very much.
Well, if I can chime in on
Yep.
that for just a second, we met a couple times, but this tonight was the first time I heard that you're a caretaker for your mom, and I think that's so outstanding.
Well, thank you,
I think
sir.
that's just a great thing for a son or a daughter to do, is to now take care of somebody that took care of them most of their lives. So
Amen.
kudos off for you for
Yeah,
that.
she wiped my butt.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that.
Yeah, and that was brought to you by Motivational Realizations,
Just
the
couldn't leave-
energy of positive thought.
You know what? On that note, I definitely want to plug an amazing event, and I'm going to ask E Money, aka Easy E, aka the Navigator, to chime in as well. But just want to definitely plug the 909 celebration of the Inland Empire. As many of you know, Noah James and his amazing partner Lisa, they're orchestrating this amazing music event tomorrow at the Riverside Municipal Auditorium, and it's going to be starting at 7 p.m. and it's going to run to probably almost midnight. But you have an amazing lineup. I know Lou earlier spoke about Dirty Birdie. I know that he has a set there tomorrow evening. I know that Cam Gnarly, we have El Segundo, Pac Joku doing its Triz, doing its thing, Radio Bass, and so many, many more. Shout out to Judah One. Shout out to Tangent Wiggy Woo, who's going to be hosting. Tristan Douglas, fam, likely. West Coast Avengers in the house. But is there any specific artists that you're looking to see do their thing tomorrow, E Money?
Like you mentioned, Triz is going to be up there, so I know he just dropped a new project with Chewy. So I'm hoping that it's called America's Most Blunted 4. It's 4 out of all of them. So I'm hoping that it's a good project. Go check it out, guys. But I'm looking forward for that. I'm hoping he drops some cuts off of that, and maybe even a special performance from the co-artist from that. I'd be stoked for that.
Definitely.
What about yourself?
You know what? I love Cam Gnarly. You know, I
he was
love
rocking
all
with the
of our
live
artists.
band.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you
so
know,
I'm excited to see that.
Definitely. I know that him and Teresa are dropping a new album on September 12th. So hopefully they'll perform a little preview check from the new album. But you definitely need to check out their latest hit. What They Do is got that old sample of Backstabbers. I forget who's this.
OJs.
The OJs sample some of that song.
Oh,
It's-
nice.
It's awesome.
Oh, heck yeah. I got to check it out.
Definitely. Thank you, Robert.
Awesomeness. We just got some good stuff coming up in the future, and I always like to feel like we got something to look forward to. And that's there was some days in like COVID and stuff and bankruptcy and stuff that
Yeah.
there was hardly anything to look forward to, and now it's like there's so much. But now that there is so much, that's the one thing I'd like to say to all these teams, man. Like, we got to start working together more
Yes.
if we can. And I do see it, collaborations happening. But in poor times, like when there's not as much money around, that's when we need to work together the most.
You know, on that same tip, and then I know I have a few more questions for Brother Wallace, but you know, I don't want to put their business in the street, but I just want to say that there's an organization. I'm just going to say it, and please forgive me, no disrespect, but the Pulse. You know, a wonderful community center, a wonderful community space attached to Soul Alley. They're having some hard times right now, you know, with a lot of the grant funding being pulled out and everything like that. And so I'm just saying this to the community. I'm hoping that all those that have crossed that threshold and been into that space, knowing how welcoming it is, all the programming and activities that they do there free of charge. I'm just really calling and beckoning the community to reach out to support the Pulse, because entities such as that have chose to open up their businesses, open up their community space in the heart of the biggest county in the country to service our community, to provide wonderful opportunities for our community to network, to build, to grow together, to flourish together.
In our downtown.
In our downtown, cultivating beautiful things, right? We need to support those organizations. We don't really have as many offerings as we would really like. But when we have someone or a couple that's pouring into our community and not really seeing forgive me. They haven't been able to pay themselves since August right? Or April, since April, right? So they're really working hard and got some stuff in the works, and pray that these things come through. But man, I'm just asking the community to please support the Pulse. Reach out to Stronger Together Now, and please help them however you can. If it's monetarily, if it's coming through to volunteer, if you have a network and you know some grants that are available, if you know some angel finance, angel investors, or something of that nature, please reach out. And I'm praying and I'm asking that call will be answered.
And we're going to be praying for them and attending their events.
Yes,
Help them
indeed.
out.
Definitely.
And even in hard times, they started in Redlands, right? They moved to San Bernardino. They have hard times again. I'm sure they'll up and get a new spot. I know these two that are going to
committed.
Yeah, they're going to make it.
Amen.
Right? But man,
we want them here.
Yeah,
we want them here.
Like, damn.
So it's our opportunity to be a blessing as they have been a blessing unto us.
And you know what? I'm not familiar with them.
Definitely. I'll get you connected.
Yeah. So,
Definitely.
So we could do something together.
For sure.
Yeah.
Definitely. Thank you, sir.
Would you guys want me to skip the history tidbit, or you guys want the history tidbit today?
A little history, a little Scotia history, just to
We
ground
want a little
us.
bit of history? All right.
I'd like to know what happened.
There you go.
All right. This is the my book, The Legends of the Arrowhead, and we'll call it. This is the Gachina Indian legend. Ages and ages ago, this legend runs. The Indians inhabiting the San Bernardino Valley, called by them Gachina, a place of plenty, waxed strong and prosperous because of the fertility of the soil and the abundance of streaming water in it. They were mighty in the land, and becoming selfish and proud in their arrogance, forgot the all-ruler, the bestower of their abundance and power. Then the Great Father, displeased at their ingratitude, and thereupon sent down upon his people a fierce, hot spirit from the sunland, who blighted their vegetation, drank of their streams until only the sand beds were left, and drained their lakelets till only salt and bitter water remained therein. Then did the people gather in council, build huge fast fires, and make offerings to appease the anger of the Great Spirit. But the scorching blast continued, parched the land, and all the green things shriveled. The earth baked and crumbled, the herds and flocks perished, the sun monster leaving only heaps of bleached bones. Then where the people visited with pestilence and famine, although they constantly prayed and made the peace offerings for abatement of the fury of this consuming heat monster, their supplications were unanswered. The wailing Indians, at length driven to dire extremity, knelt with outstretched arms, and bowing to the ground, offered to make any sacrifice, even to the forfeiture of their most precious life in the tribe, if only the relief might be granted from the deadly visitation of this devouring pest. Now the chief is alleged to have father of only one daughter, Newana by name, maiden of the new moon, the fairest and the most beloved of all tribeswomen. Finally, in answer to his last appeal, a voice floating out from the broad expanse of the skies bore this message: "Give Newana as an offering to heaven." Silence fell upon the stricken Indians, and their chief, rising above his devotion, slowly went to his wickiup. There he carefully wrapped his daughter in the richest robes and adorned her with golden trinkets. Obedient to the mysterious voice, led her forth, leaving her alone to meet the fiery wrath of the destroyer. When the sacrifice was complete and Newana was consumed, the heavens opened, and immediately a white arrow of light shot out and struck down the heat monsters. Others followed until one finally struck the mountainside and left its mark. Then was the blessed rain pour from far above. The water was once again cooling the parched earth and running in the empty beds and streams. The heat monster writhed in agony under the copious cooling downpour until the earth opened and swallowed him. As it closed again, streams of boiling water bubbled from the rock crevices, and the famine and pestilence-smitten people, drinking deep of the streaming waters and bathing in them, were healed. Thenceforth, The humble dwellers of the valley lived for generations in peace and plenty at the foot of the arrow-marked mountain. So that's the white boy version, the white history boy version, right?
He just wouldn't let it go. Just wouldn't let it go.
Of this like incredibly beautiful legend that was probably sung as a song in Yuhaviatum's language, and now this is what's left. These like little nooks and kernels of truth and probably some fable and everything else mixed in.
You know, what I appreciate about you in general and other people that have a passion for archaeology and history, such as yourself, how they are keeping cultures alive and a diversity of cultures. It's not just centered upon yourself or your Irish or Canadian background. It's all the cultures that should be celebrated and be recognized and keeping their history alive.
I'm more mutt than that, dude.
well, the two main sources, I would say. But whatever you are, you're a beautiful individual and a beautiful human being. But what does that story mean to you in today's times?
So what this story means to me is that there was a serious drought here. And this drought was so bad, and they blamed it on
The heat monster.
fact that they weren't showing their devotion to the Great Spirit like they should have been. And the Great Spirit got mad and sent this beast.
The heat
and the
monster.
only way to get rid of this curse was to give up
Sacrifice his daughter.
the
most precious prize.
the most precious thing that he had. So what it's saying is the chief, the leader, was willing to give up what was most precious to him even for the betterment of his people. And that's something that's lost today with our leaders. Not all of them, but a lot of them.
But maybe we have an opportunity right here for people to reflect upon that. What is something that we are willing to give up that's precious to us? But us in the act of us giving that thing up, what benefit for the greater good can come from it? You know, so that to me, that's something that we each can answer ourselves on internal reflection, because we all have some vices, we all have some habits, we all have some things that might bring us joy, but it might not be the best utilization of our irreplaceable gift of time, right?
Interesting.
So-
And like you could also do that with material things too, like sell it to get money to give to a charity.
There you go.
Right?
There you go.
Because they're just things.
Because you're going to leave it all behind.
Yeah.
But
your firstborn, that I don't have one, but I don't know if I could give that one up for the people. But
Yeah.
like that he did.
God bless him.
Yeah, wow.
It helped the people
Yeah.
survive.
Yeah.
But what a sacrifice.
Yeah, truly.
Because he gladly would have sacrificed himself.
Now, this story I believe is just in the stars.
Okay.
And it's a star constellation map story. Song.
Okay.
But who knows? Maybe something similar did happen, possibly, right? Like you never know.
Well, only time will tell, and we'll never know.
Yep.
We won't know.
Yeah, we won't know. But definitely on that tip, as we circle back to the president in the House of the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Rich Wallace, and I love the name Rich Wallace. That just got a ring to it, sir. You know, how are you doing today, brother?
I am blessed and challenged, and I love when people say that because I'm trying to get to be rich. So the more people that I can get to call me that, the more opportunity I get to kind of keep it in my face, you know. So it's kind of like I'm reminded that I need to be rich when they say, "Hey, Rich, how's it going?"
What name did your mother bless you with?
That was it. you
Oh,
know.
well, then
That
it's
was
got to be true.
That was
There you
it.
go.
That
There
was
you
it.
go.
So one of the things is that we are really working hard now, putting out Martin Luther King weekends together, working with other groups. Like you mentioned before, we work with Frank Montez and the Hispanic Coalition and a couple of other groups. We work with the Asian Business Association and a few other groups that are trying to pull people together. And I tell people all the time, one of the things, and I'm not sad that we can't work with everybody, but we can work with the ones that we work with,
Yes.
and then you can work with the ones that you work with, and then you and I can work together.
There you go.
So
6
there's a
degrees
way-
of separation.
Yes, and you never know where you're one person away from your next million. So, and as we start trying to pull things together, I'm not offended if you can't work with me, and I got it. So, but I want to help you support the people because I don't need 100,000 people following us.
I hear you.
We only need our crowd, the ones that God blessed us with, and
Amen.
the ones that we can help. The other ones you take, please.
There you help.
Please take.
Yeah,
Help
there's
me, help
enough.
you.
There's enough people to help
There's
out there for
there's enough
everybody.
people to help
Yeah.
out everything. Because when we feed people on Thanksgiving, there's other groups feeding people, and at the end of the day, there are still people that didn't get to eat on Thanksgiving.
Yep.
Sadly, yes.
Sadly so. So when we start getting in housing and trying to get people in housing, there's as many houses as you can find. There's still going to be people unhoused. So we all got to do our part.
Yes, indeed.
And not worry about your part. I'm gonna do our part, and if our parts commingle together so we can make it blossom better, then that's what we're gonna try to do in each and every way. So when we do a Martin Luther King parade, a Martin Luther King event, we're celebrating Dr. King's. We've been celebrating his community service, but this year we're gonna celebrate his faith walk. We're going to lean more into his biblical lifespan and the spiritual aspect that he
love
had.
that.
Because his idea came from the Spirit. I mean, he didn't read. I mean, he read well, but I do believe that he was spoken to by God.
Amen.
So we're going to push that. We're not selling mattresses this year and cars and all of those kinds of things that they do during the Martin Luther King weekend. We're gonna try to bring that back to a understanding of how this man walked.
Amen. Amen.
And how he did.
Yes, indeed.
And even how they tried to make him look bad. Because nobody's perfect on this thing.
Actually, listen to the "I Have a Dream" speech. Really listen to it. Watch the subtitles. Read it. And get the real feel for it. We need that right now.
Yeah,
Word up.
We need that. We need so much
Word
of
up.
that right now, and that's one of it's kind of like when you look at some of the wars in the Old Testament, biblical principles. They were singing. They were not out poking each other with spears like some people think. There were people on the mountain and they were singing, lifting their voice, and that's how they were beginning to win wars and things would go over. So we're gonna lift our voices up during the Martin Luther King weekend, literally from the desert to the sea. I'm from Palm Springs, and we're going to do these things simultaneously. We have a new network called Edge TV Network on the Roku platform. So we're going to be on Roku, Apple, and we're going to be spreading the word. And we're going to be after chambers and other organizations in other states and other areas, and we're looking for a timely situation. So at some time during that weekend, we'll all come together at whatever Pacific time we can decide on, an Eastern Standard Time, and all look up and thank Dr. King for where he brought us to.
Amen.
And then ask God to fix what we can do so we can take this and move it to a different level.
Definitely.
One of the things that we suffer with, because Dr. King worked so hard in getting us to work together, we separated. We moved out of our neighborhoods. That wasn't what the goal was. We gave up our Negro League baseball team. That wasn't what the goal was.
I hear you.
We gave up some of the things, Mr. Fred's store on the corner, and we gave it up to 7-Eleven and Circle K's. That wasn't the goal. So we want to go back to what the goal was.
Definitely. It makes me think of the Green Book.
Yeah,
You know
the
what I
Green
mean?
Book.
Bringing that back and definitely.
And I'm working on a penny saver format.
Okay.
I truly am. Yeah,
Coming soon.
So coming soon to you, because with the internet being so global and so wide and everybody has it, you don't know who's on the corner. You don't know the guy right around the corner, but you know the guy in Pakistan or over here and over here and all these.
You know
other different
Timu.
You know Tebow and people in New York, but the guy on 4th in Waterman,
Yeah, the local
have no
business.
idea who he is.
Definitely.
So we want to bring that back,
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
so that we can actually do business in our neighborhood, and that's how we're gonna grow, and that's how we're gonna fix this city from neighborhood to neighborhood.
There you
And
go.
the city's
Block by
coming
block.
back.
Yes,
I love
indeed.
what San Bernardino's doing. Downtown they're building in new restaurants, new things are moving in.
Yes,
now
indeed.
we have to get the people
To support
here
it.
to
Yeah.
support it
Yes.
and help take care of it.
Amen.
Let's all pick up the piece of paper that we see on the
Word
ground.
up.
If everybody begins to kind of clean up, then we can get up.
Oh, word up.
Yeah, there is not a piece of trash in front of my house, my neighbors' houses, in front of my house, anywhere in my section of the street. I pick it up.
Amen.
Every single day,
There you go.
even
There
if
you go.
I didn't throw it. Right?
We all could be a part of the beautification.
Yes,
of our
we can,
community.
and it doesn't hurt to
It
do that.
totally
It-
doesn't hurt.
Exercise to do that, right? I
Definitely,
mean,
yeah, getting mobile and moving, and that's always a good thing.
And some of the youth programs are beginning to do that. Terrence Stone over Young Visionaries.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
us,
yes, definitely.
we're all trying to get together,
Totally.
get our young people. And you know what it does to teach those young
Who's
people
moving in a
discipline.
room full of vultures?
Shout out to Terrence Stone and
Yeah.
his latest book. One question that I have for you, because I know that you have Youth Build as well. Earlier you were talking about some production stuff that you're exposing the students to. Could you speak a little about that?
Yeah, we Youth Build is a 100-year-old construction school, and we realize that a lot of our young people are not trying to carry a hammer. So I have some friends in the entertainment business, and we started talking about it. So we put together the studio right over here on 4th Street at 624 West 4th Street in our school, and we've got some cameras. We got some high definition cameras and lighting.
What
And
school? What school?
Youth Build.
Youth Build. Oh,
Youth Build. Youth
yeah.
Build.
Well, I know Youth Build. They're on Instagram.
Yeah, we're on Instagram, Facebook, and all the other places.
Yes, we
and we taking young people from 16 to 24 to get their high school diploma. But we realize high school diploma is not having the same value it has 20 years ago.
Of course.
So we're having some trade environments. That's
Yes,
why I said
indeed.
we're getting some 3D printers in. We have the cameras in now. So we're talking about what a grift guy makes, $300,000 a year. So when we watch a movie with the young people, we watch the names that go across when the movie's over with and say, look, it took 300 people to make this movie. That's 300 jobs.
Yes, indeed.
So, and all of those jobs are pretty much high-paying jobs.
Very good jobs.
So we want to bring our young people out of the 8 blocks that they live in here in San Bernardino and spread their minds out. So when we take them out to a formal dinner, they know why there's 3 forks or 4 forks on the
There you
table.
go.
I did have
So-
I did have this idea the other day. I was like, why can't there be some kind of fund to allow kids to make their own business before they leave high school?
Totally.
Yeah, I mean, like maybe it should honestly be a requirement.
It should be a course.
Yeah,
on
and we have a
entrepreneurship
business
and
course.
financial literacy.
Yeah, we
Yes,
have a course.
a real one.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
have in our business class, we take the young people, we get them a tax ID number.
Okay.
We show
Yeah,
them how
there
to
you go,
run-
yeah.
We call Wallace Allen
Make it
over the
real.
neighborhood paper, and we run a DBA, and so they get all of these steps in so that they know exactly. And then we do a budget. We do a household budget.
There you go.
One young girl that was doing a household budget, she didn't realize that she was spending a whole bunch of money on some items that were illegal that she shouldn't even been buying.
We'll leave it at that.
So we'll leave it at that.
Amen.
But then she changed her habit because
Hey,
she
now.
didn't realize that she was spending $25
Or
or $40
you change
a
the
week,
laws.
So you stop smoking cigarettes when you know how much they cost.
I hear
you know, so
or you make more money to afford to
or
have
you
it.
make more money for it to happen. So these are some of the things that life skills that young people are missing today because they have so much great technology. And we were talking about it earlier. How many phone numbers did you used to remember
Oh, man.
before you got your
I'm-
cell phone?
I speak on that all the time.
Yeah, you used
It's
to have 50,
degrading our
60
memory.
numbers. They're degrading our memories. Yeah, we want the technology. Yeah, we need the technology, but we need to know how to use it. Like you were saying about AI, we need to not let that thing control our mind. We need to
really
still have
read
English,
the stuff
you
that
know?
you're doing
Yeah.
for homework.
Yeah,
Don't
we-
let the AI read it and tell you what it is.
What is
read
that?
it.
Word
How
up.
would you learn? A before I, except after what was
A
that?
before, I
Yeah.
before E, except after C.
Those
Definitely.
are some valuable things that
Definitely.
that help you.
Definitely.
So we want to get back to those, and that's what we do at Youth Build with our educational program, and also over at the Chamber with our business program. We've got a dinner coming up, a classic awards dinner on
right.
October 18th, and they'll have the conference on October 16th, 17th, and we have our awards banquet on the 18th. Go to our website at blackchamberofcommerce.org, and you can get all the information of what we're doing from the desert to the sea. And that's at the Black Chamber of Commerce, and that's at blackchamberofcommerce.org.
Definitely. And I know that we are circling to our last 4 minutes, but could you speak towards it, because we were talking about this off air, but I love the collaboration that I see between the Southern California Black Chamber of Commerce and the Hispanic Coalition of Small Businesses, Frank Montez. Can you talk about the importance of that kind of relationship, specifically through the lens of unifying the African American and the Latin diaspora?
Well, with, and I don't want to blow Frank up too much because he's listening.
You know he is. Where's
Yeah,
Frank?
well-
Where's Frank?
Yeah, where's Frank? Like I have invited him a lot of times. I have. Wait, you wait a second.
Yeah, my name is Wes.
Hey, all right. I guess we're not cool
I'll
enough.
give him a call tonight or in the morning.
We're not cool
but
enough.
working with the Hispanic Coalition and other groups that want to work with us is just, to us, it's a true blessing. It gives us the strength to know that we can do things together. But you know what it does more than anything? It tells the outside people that we're on one accord. And that's what it really does. Is that when I stand up and they see Frank next to me and Lynn Chang from the Asian Business Association, when we walk into a room, that's a lot of power.
Definitely.
And then there's no separation in races.
Beautiful.
And that's how they try to do that. There's no
love that.
separation because we're all on
That's
one
like the
accord here
interfaith
together,
movement.
you know?
That's almost the same thing. That is so important to actually put those.
The model it.
Yes.
So when you see it, you go, wait a minute. There's the Asian Association, the Hispanic Association, the Black Association, and they're working together.
Hey now.
They're doing the Martin Luther King parade together.
Economic
they're doing
development
They're doing
together.
health fair. Because,
Together.
I mean, health affects everybody.
Definitely.
You know?
Definitely.
So, and cancer's getting so many different nationalities. from
Cancer
our
don't
food.
care what-
Cancer don't care.
Nah.
So we're fighting that. We have a breast cancer awareness.
Can you
every
say
October.
cancer? Oh.
You know, we have a breast cancer fashion show every October in Palm
Amen.
Springs
Awesome.
in Riverside. So we're raising funds to try to, work with that. And you know what? We don't give the money to Breast Cancer Awareness Foundation. We give the money to caretakers like you. People
That's
that
beautiful.
really are faced with the day-to-day operation of taking care of one of their loved ones.
Yeah, and-
that
and-
is a massive
And
undertaking.
there's a lot of people
Somebody
that
had to
can't
quit
even
their
make it,
job.
and they're taking care of their
You know,
loved ones.
yeah.
I'm like, I'm very lucky. I don't get paid, but I'm very lucky in the situation I am. A lot of the people, they're not lucky.
Yeah, no, no.
They're just, they don't even know how to get food and stuff.
And
with
like
the
I said,
caregiving.
Robert, I really encourage you to connect with the VA because your father served. When I was a caretaker for my father, there's a program that will assist you for providing for your loved ones. So I encourage you once again to check in and connect with them because there's
there's some money
So
there.
here's
support
someone
for
that
you.
benefits from the VA. So he's telling you the truth.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely. You just got to do it.
and their job is to tell you no the first 5 or 6 times. Your job is to continue to go back,
you'll
go
get
back,
it.
and make it happen.
You'll
make
get
it
it.
happen. Just like being an entrepreneur, just like being on this show. Your job is to continue to do it. But you don't count the listeners. You just continue to do it. And one day you look up and there's so many
Baby
listeners.
steps to the goal.
There you go.
Did you see What About Bob? Baby steps.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
You got to keep the main thing the main thing.
I know we're down to our last minute, so
Well, I just want to thank you for a great show, Mr. Wallace, man. You're an awesome dude. I've seen you around a lot of places, but to get to know you, thank
I'm blessed
you.
to be here. Thank
Yes.
you so
amen.
much.
Amen. Blessed to be alive.
And mention your charter school one more time and how to get a hold of you.
That's Youth Build Inland Empire. We're at 541 West 4th Street, downtown San Bernardino. We take in young people from 16 to 24 to get their high school diploma. It is a one-on-one. It is a fantastic opportunity for be able to, if traditional school is not working for you, this is an opportunity to come in and graduate at an earlier slot time and then be able to learn a trade along with the English, science, and math because you got to do something when you get out of high school.
Do you guys have sports or?
No, we don't have a sports team.
Okay,
But we
okay.
can put one together. I love that 3-on-3 basketball team.
I hear you.
Man, I love
Nice
that
cue. I
3-on-3.
hear you.
Just thinking the charter schools could form their own league.
I like that.
That's a good idea, Robert.
That's a good idea. Let me
And-
write that down.
Yeah.
Do you I do I have to pay you for that?
You don't have to pay for nothing. I thought it was out of work.
Yeah, just shout out to Miss Goings as well. That is instrumental in helping orchestrate the beautiful work at Youth Build.
And this is Ippiani Lockhart and Robert Porter, and we love you, team.
Yeah.